that, so. Let's start again. Here we go.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Hey, if something goes wrong at the beginning, it's not going to go wrong in the middle or the end.
Sure, whatever you want to believe.
Anyway, did you guys know that this is a Kickstarter-backed game? Been in development for 4 years.
Development for 4 years.
How did you know?
Whoa! It's like we've been here before.
Dude, whoa.
If you guys aren't aware, me and Fivves currently live together, and I've been giving him shit ever since he moved in that it was never going to come out. And it did when he was in my house.
Yeah, kind of ironic. Alright,
Yep.
we got past the point of no return. We should be good. This game never crashes, by the way. It's just the fact that I'm doing a lot on my PC right now, I believe. This is not,
Wow, that's never
not a
happened
performance.
before.
It hasn't! It hasn't!
It's a
Alright, let's
marathon
talk about the run
first.
here. We basically just collected 2 yarns, which we used to craft a that timepiece isn't supposed to look like that. That's what happens when you change graphic settings on the fly sometimes. That could sometimes happen. Just, at least the game's running though.
Oh, that's a cool timepiece, though. I want that.
Yeah,
Shiny.
let's just pretend it's a mod, and a
It's like
modless run.
it's full of Lego.
Anyway, we collected 2 yarn to get this sprint hat, and when we hold down left bumper, it allows us to sprint, go twice as fast. It messes up with our jumping. You cannot double jump when you have the sprint hat. You could only single jump, but there's a glitch that you'll see later called a sprint double jump, aka an SDJ, that allows you to keep the momentum of the sprint hat while jumping twice in midair. It gives you a lot of momentum and a lot of distance. So here is the first, technically it's a boss battle, but it's kind of like a mini boss here. It's the Mafia of Cooks boss. Basically gotta fight these Mafia guys with our umbrella. Just gotta kill them. It's a pretty linear segment here. And then he goes, enough, I'm gonna throw some spiky barrels at you because those exist. And there's actually this cool little dead zone right here that allows you to just bonk the spikes on your head and not take damage, which is pretty nice. Which I will now show you the best part of the game. Smooching. Press down on the D-pad to smooch. You can also go meh like that, but the smooch is the best part. Just smooching forever. Definite good time to smooch. Don't forget, kids, when you want to let your smooch out, just smooch like you've never smooched before. Also dance at the same time. Why not? Oh, jumped on me a little bit. So when he turns red, you actually can't attack him with your umbrella. He just like blocks it. So you need to do these like little jumping, homing attacks on here. And we want to get up on the barrels, and we got it. We got that funky looking timepiece again. The reason why it's looking like that, it's all like colorful, is because I changed graphic settings in the main menu without resetting the game. But we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna pretend it's not there. There's actually a cutscene that we could skip here by going to the pause menu and returning to hub. And then we just keep going with the game. This doesn't really need a lot of explaining, but this is a 3D collectathon platformer. Coined a cute as heck platformer. I think it's pretty cute as heck, if you ask me.
We have a new donation.
Wow, go ahead and read that. That's a great time during a loading screen.
White Cheddar has made a $10 donation saying, I can't put salt in the cup, so I guess this will do. Thanks for the $10, White Cheddar. Appreciate it, Ollie.
Total on screen will be updated at a time when I can update it when I'm not playing a video game. Thank you so much for the donation.
Oh, you did not run the iframe, I see. Understandable.
You never gave it to me, bro.
Oh, you're right.
Alright, so we need to get this guy to hit me, and then we need to run into this ticket here. And that actually dupes the ticket. We collected 2 tickets at the same time by collecting with iframes, which is a trick you will see later in a little bit. That was actually really bad position for the crow, so it kind of took me like 2 attempts there, but it's all good. We got it. Wanted to show off that trick, even if it is slow if we have a bad bird spawn position. That's called ticket duping. It's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool trick. Alright, this wall is at a very strange angle. Sometimes it's a little hard to get around it. We got around it that time, go up the ladder. And we basically need to scare this Mafia guy here by covering ourselves in mud. We are indeed an alien from outer space, but when we cover ourselves in mud, we actually look a lot scarier, so he kind of freaks out here.
Nothing is scarier than poor hygiene.
Correct. So we're basically just chasing him around here. He's dropping pawns along the way. There are a lot of things in this run that require pawns to advance. So throughout the run, we're actively collecting pawns, and these pawn drops are actually RNG based. So we need to make sure that we collect anything that he doesn't drop later on in the run by a certain point. We have a pretty good route for it by this point, but it's always like really important to keep track of how many pawns you have, keep track of what the RNG drops have been like, and take from there. So coming up is the first boss battle of the game. We have a little bit of a puzzle platforming section beforehand, and it's actually one of the first major glitches of the game too. I'll explain that when it comes up, but I just wanted you to keep your eyes peeled for something cool that's about to happen. And let's destroy the Mafia. Yeah, I think that one of the best things about this game, funny you mentioned the movement. The movement in this game is very, very smooth, very buttery. Has a lot of room for improvement. This game's only been out for about 2 months, so there's still a lot of progress that the top level runs can make. I believe I'm number 26 or 27 on the leaderboards currently, so I wouldn't say I'm a top runner, but I pretty much have an understanding of like most of the top level strats right now. I'm of course going to be doing a lot of marathon save strats as well, so you'll see a lot of the cool stuff, most of the cool stuff, but sometimes I will be going safe. I have a certain amount of strats and routes that I will be going for that aren't super safe, but they have really safe backups. So that's just a way to get up to these this roof here. We gotta get a bucket of crabs, throw it on this button, run over it, and then collect this key. And the key is to this door over here. Gotta collect some pawns on the way. And we need to get another yarn here. We are collecting yarns to stitch new hats. We are going to need the brewing hat, which we will knit right here during this cutscene. And then we will not equip it. Actually, we will equip it. You know what? Let's equip it. I'm feeling adventurous, because what you could do with it is you could hit the Mafia behind the curtain with it. It actually allows them to die a little bit faster. And we do like going fast here on these speedrunning marathons. So this is the first boss fight of the game, and also the first major glitch. We're going to be performing a pretty easy but humorous skip called Mafia Ball Skip. It allows us to skip, I believe, 2 phases of this boss battle here. Alright, next time he's going to do 5. Up. I got sent back there a little bit, but that actually doesn't waste any time, because he's doing this fixed cycle thing anyway here. I got a homing attack here. This is also very RNG dependent, so you could get sandbags, or you could get no sandbags. Sandbags are like those things that drop from the ceiling that could crush you, and you want to get as few of those as possible. I believe the lowest amount of them you could get is 2, and I believe that was the second one I just got, so hopefully we won't be seeing any more of those. Oh, we got 1 extra sandbag. Not a huge waste of time, but it's not the best RNG you can get. Hopefully he goes behind him. Alright, we're good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hit him here. We're going to switch to the brewing hat. We're going to concoct a explosive, hold right without letting go of the explosive. And if you look on the right hand side of the screen, we're going to run into him. He's going to jump right off the ball into the floor, and he's gone. Bye! That is the Mafia Ball Skip. Hope you guys enjoyed. Pretty big time save. I'd say it saves anywhere from like 25 to 40 seconds. That would be my absolute guess, though.
That's a pretty big time save considering the length of the run.
It's pretty meaty. I do agree. And it's pretty fun too, because it's not super hard to pull off, but it is it is just one of those things where if you have the knowledge for it, you know what you're going for, you know the timing, then it should not be too difficult to execute. What happened to that timepiece? At the beginning of the run, I was having some problems booting up the game, so I lowered the graphics settings without restarting the game, Mr. Elite. And when that happens, you could sometimes get really bugged out textures. It's kind of just like a graphics setting glitch. So this is the Golden Vault. We're going to be doing another one of those ticket dupes that I was talking about earlier. We won't do it on the first or second one, but we'll do it on the third one. Gonna collect a pawn or two along the way as well. I have 90 pawns, which is good, not great. I need to collect a few extra pawns along the way here to make sure that I'll have enough. And I'll also collect this yarn over here. I want to land on this fire right here. Out a little south of it. That's okay. Because we got the dupe. Collect these pawns. Put this yarn over here. And the game crashed. Fantastic.
A marathon second.
Alright, let's try
happening?
to close out of some things here. I think I'm out of
Does
video
it
memory,
autosave?
it said. Yeah, it auto-saved. So we should be able to continue this run. Sorry about this, guys. This isn't a super intensive game. Try to do this as fast as we can. See what we can do here. There's a reason we have this run first rather than in the middle or at the end of the marathon.
Yeah.
My apologies, everyone. I closed out of some programs that I didn't necessarily need during this run, so hopefully it should be a little bit better. I believe the in-game timer is completely messed up, so this run would be invalid, but we'll just use the RTA for this run. Should be not a big deal. Doing ban, save, and quit strats. It's okay, we're doing this for fun during this marathon here.
No fun allowed. This is 100% serious. If you have fun, you're getting kicked out.
Oh no, getting kicked out of my own marathon.
I'll run a hat in time, even though I don't own it. I'll just play some OST music and put a timer on that.
Great.
This game is mostly about the music anyways. It's got a really good soundtrack.
It really does. That is not an incorrect statement.
Well, don't worry, Fivves. There's good news.
What is the good news?
After this run, we'll be able to have an iframe that automatically updates the duration total. So.
Great. Oh, I missed the save here. That's good. We got it.
Not
We'll do
doing
it
the same
live.
strats, I see.
Stop. Just stop.
All right, coming up is the first time riff of the game. You might see something in this time riff that reminds you of another game. I'm not going to say which game that is because it should just come to you. If you guys have any idea what this reminds you of, let me know in the chat room.
Is it Spy Fox?
Good guess. Really, I see you put a lot of effort into that one. Unfortunately,
Super
it's
Mario
not Spy
Sunshine.
Fox. Wow, you just ruined it for everyone. We didn't even get there yet. Good
I
job.
already guessed. I just guessed.
Yeah. Band.
It's Halo 2.
It's
You're right,
actually
it's Halo 2.
Wars.
Wow, Super Metroid live at night and time.
Dude, honestly, get some Super Metroid like art in here. It'd be pretty sick. Get some Lower Norfair. That'd be pretty sick.
All right,
Pikachu.
we got a new color. Every time you complete a time rift, you get to spin that wheel there. It allows you to get new colors, new hats, new everything.
New
Alright, so we did end
remixes.
that with 100 pawns, so we should be able to unlock this level now. And we're good. This the new Destiny raid? Yeah. Uh-huh, that's what you're watching. Welcome to Destiny 2, guys.
Game's already dead.
That rift really reminded me of Battlefront 2.
Oh my god.
The old one.
Alright, so this is heating up Mafia Town. We basically got to go to all these lava spouts, I guess that's what they are. I don't know, dude, this kind of doesn't make any logical sense, but we're gonna hit them, and we're gonna win.
I think it's actually quite obvious they're heat sinks.
Biggie, you're killing me here.
I am sorry, man.
I'd like to point out there was a pool in a resort with lava surrounding it. Who would want a vacation here exactly?
Oh yeah, this is TF2. So many hats.
So we
I
are
was
taking
already
advantage of damage boosting here. Very good strat in lava levels, such as this one. See a lot of that in other platformers, such as Super Mario 64. And this is a little bit of a risky one right here. If we lose more than 2 health here, we will lose a significant amount of time. But we got it. And then we're going to Death Warp. And we got the Death Warp. It's a little trickier than it looks there because you have to really not land anywhere other than where you're exactly supposed to, so. Alright, let me make sure I get this dive. I'm just going to be spamming the trigger button here. Alright, we got it. Cool. Just need to go in this cannon and that's the end of that level. And there we go. Is this game as good as Super Mario Odyssey? I'd say they're really different games. I don't think you could really compare them. This is more of like a GameCube era platformer where Mario Odyssey is more of like a modern or like Banjo-Kazooie type collectathon game. Very different games, but they're both really fun. I'd recommend both of them. If you have a Switch, you should definitely get Mario. If you don't, this is another great alternative. So we're going to go back into Act 2 here, go into Barrel Battle, climb up this wall, and instead of going right, we're going to go down, and then around this wall, and then dive boost into this time rift right here. This is one of my favorite time rifts because the movement is very clean, not a lot of waiting either. One, two, three. And this is super sick right here. Oh, I missed it! No! I choked it!
Womp 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 womp.
That's alright. Only about a 5 to 8 second time loss there. We're gonna go for this though. Made it. That was pretty risky. Yeah, that actually only wasted 4 seconds.
Yeah, for those who don't know, this time rift was featured in the speedrunning build of A Hat in Time. That was pretty popular. There's how many runs were there of that?
Hundreds.
There's at least like, yeah, there's like
Hundreds.
200 plus at least.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I had a top 50 time, I believe. Really good times. That was like 2 weeks before the game launched. It was a pretty fun time. Anyway, speaking of fun times, we are now done with Mafia Town, and we are headed towards the Spoopy Subcon Forest. This is chapter 3 in the game, although we play it second, and then after chapter 3 we go back to chapter 2. Because it's faster. We got the Reptar hat. One of my favorite hats in the game. So there's no way to get out of this bag. It's kind of just like a auto scroll moment right here. If you want to check for any donations, now would be a great time to read them.
Looking right now. Nothing.
And here is Mr. Snatcher. Snatcher is one of my favorite characters of the game, although we skip all of his dialogue in a speedrun. If you guys want to play this game casually, I definitely recommend it just for this character right here. He is very great, very swell. Very much a good time. Alright, so we use slope physics right here to get a speed boost down here while we dive. I'm gonna try to bonk into this tree over here. Oh. That was actually weird, it kind of just like stunned me there. Usually don't get that type of movement there.
Come with me.
I actually bonked from that explosion, but if you looked really carefully, you could see that I actually canceled out of the bonk animation by tapping A on a certain frame. That is an intentional speed tech the developers of this game put in there. It allows you to cancel out of your bonk animation. And it's not frame perfect, but it does take a specific amount of timing. So it's pretty cool that they put that in there, just to kind of recover from your mistakes. That's like a very, very frequent theme of this game, is like if you make a mistake in this game and you're fast enough, you can actually like save yourself and not lose as much time. Kobe! Got that. If you guys weren't noticing, we basically just had to throw those paintings into the fire because the spirits wanted to die. They wanted us to murder them, so we did so.
They just wanted to be nice and toasty. You know, you can't blame someone for wanting to be warm.
Or dead.
Or warm.
And that is contractual obligations. Let's move on to the Subcon well.
You notice that Fivves had taken the second contract, and that's because the scooter is the faster contract, and also the scooter's awesome.
Right. Yeah. The contracts in this act is different from in this chapter. Sorry, is different than chapter 1. The way to unlock new acts in this chapter is to sign contracts with the Snatcher instead of them just like unlocking automatically. So that's a pretty cool thing in here. So we're gonna do the well first. And there's a cool little skip here that I'll show you guys coming up. Let's see if we could get it first try. That would be pretty cool.
Subcon well is
We gotta do more paintings here.
me. What? Subcon well is this way. Objects from other dimensions.
Alright, here's a little skip we could do by going up on this tree. And we got it. We call that a super slide or a well collision glitch. Whatever it is you want to call that, you call it whatever you want. But it has to do with the collision being wonky on Hat Kid in that gap right there, and it causes you to just slide up there really quick. It's pretty neat. Alright, so we need to get this yarn up here. And use a hookshot to get up there, and then hit the button here. Here's a bit of cool routing right here. These are some marathon save strats right here. I would hate to fall off. Waste about 2 seconds at the most, but it is a lot safer than the other strats you could do here. Many runners are going, why are you doing it this way? It's a little bit safer. What game are we watching again? You know, the hat game.
Watching in Ocarina in time.
What we could do here is we switch to keyboard and mouse to control Hat Kid, which allows us to menu in the pause menu, and then return to hub, which saves about a second or two. Pretty neat little time save right there.
Yeah, it's a little silly, but it works somehow.
This game's broken.
These are all very well implemented and intended features, Matt. As is with all games.
Also, it seems like I'm dropping some frames on the stream end of things, so I apologize if you guys are losing out on some of the frames here. Should be going in and out, and should stabilize itself as soon as it does so. Not much within our control.
Frames, though.
All right, so here is one of the more controversial skips of the game. This is called Vanessa Skip, and you can't really hear this when I say it out loud, but the word "skip" is in quotations. The reasoning behind that is that the developers themselves put this skip in the game as either A, a way to help speedrunners, B, a way for children to not have nightmares for the rest of their lives, or C, probably a little of both. Some people are okay with the developer intended strats because it's pretty much an auto-scroller, but other people kind of wish that it was not in here. A little bit controversial here. My personal take on it is that it's not really a big deal because it's, you know, I believe it was like an auto-scroller segment. Wasn't super fun to do. Not very, well, it's a little entertaining to watch, but it's not very entertaining to speedrun, so. Like I said though, it's a little bit controversial. So the intended route here is we would go in here and grab that key towards the north of the room, but instead we go over to this hidden hole in the wall, crawl through it, and then we are instantly at the end of the level. There's a cutscene right there that we jump over by going on the door. There's a door there, you can't see it, but there is a door there. We climb on top of that, jump over the cutscene trigger, and save about 6 seconds. And next is a segment I like to call Call of Duty, mail delivery service. It involves no scoping all the baddies in the level. We actually use a keyboard and mouse for this, so get ready for me to inevitably mess it up. It's kind of hard. Let's see if we could get sub 1 minute here, because I will be doing marathon save strats again. And switching to keyboard and mouse. Let's go. Alright, pretty average. Not super great, but not super terrible as well. For marathon save strats, I would say we hit pretty much every target we were aiming for. And we got that sub 1 minute, so let's go! Next up we have another time rift. We will be entering in the Vanessa Act and then going left instead of going straight like is intentional here. I will take a time to say that A Hat in Time is still like a brand new and growing community. If this run looks fun to you guys and you might be interested in picking this game up, I would definitely recommend it. It's a really, really fun run. And actually, I picked an incorrect act here, which is totally fine because this is optional. You could go either behind or to the left here. What I will do is I will go over here. Sorry, I kind of lost my footing there a little bit. because it's slightly different when you do it this way, but should be all good. We'll just do it slightly out of order. Really not a big deal. Keep the collision from the balloon. Go up here, get a dive boost, jump on the spider, straighten yourself out, and climb up. Movement was a little funky there, but we corrected our errors there. So far, so good. Good cycle. We're going to be doing a little bit of a skip here. You're supposed to go all the way around, but instead, we're going to do a semi-risky jump, as long as I can hit this thing right here. And we got it. So now we have to go ahead and do the pipe rift by going into the act on Act 4. I could go for a chocolate chip cookie right now. That sounds pretty good. Alright, we'll go left instead of straight. Right over to this big blue pipe over here. And just dive right into it. So these red platforms fall when you step on them, so you gotta be careful to not fall with them. Gonna go for this right here. Oh, we made it! Just barely though. Alright, so far so good. Gonna be going a little safe here. Make sure I get the good cycle. Very important I get that dive boost there. I got it. And right into the timepiece. Perfect. Now we are done with Subcon, we could go to the final chapter of the game, Dead Bird Studio. This is my personal favorite. It's also one of the hardest chapters of the game for speedrunning. So let's see what we can accomplish here. Get a dive boost here, and up to the telescope. Dead Bob Studios. Nice meme. Alright, we're gonna go the safe route here so we don't fall down. On top of the camera, jump over here.
Let's make this movie happen. Owls, in position. Action.
Alright. Just want to make sure we have a safe cycle. Go around his sight. Sprint jump. Just made it. Cool little movement tech right here. All the way around. And death warp over to the other side. Get that checkpoint. Make it over there without having to press that lever. Another big skip is coming up right here. Get on top of this. Jump onto this wall. Climb up. Go over here. We just skipped a very large portion of this level by doing so. Up. Almost missed that, but we're good. I'll just do some sprint jumps up to DJ Grooves. Talk to him. Get in the frame for the photo. Hold left while mashing the text mash buttons. And for the sake of this marathon, I will be drawing a fully charged battery. We charged, boys! Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. And we got the timepiece. Next is a fun little casual segment, but it's even cooler as a speedrun segment because we do a lot of skips here. This is Murder on the Owl Express. And again, this is one of those levels where I highly recommend you guys play this game for yourselves. Play it casually. A lot is skipped in this. That is actually really, really great. I hope you guys get to see it at some point.
Did you know that each
Up here, get the yarn. Alright, so we need to get this key. Go back down here. This is just a very heavy routed segment. Get this hat, enter the phone, skip through the messages. Switch back to the sprint hat. And we keep going. And he's dead. Can't believe he's freaking dead. One hour left. Let's see how much time that actually is in real time. Let's figure it out. So here's the biggest skip of this level. You go up here on the bookcase. You climb up there. You jump on this button. And then it actually completely breaks the level here. It breaks it so bad that once you enter this room, the music stops. It doesn't really know what to do, so it warps you back to the entrance, and then the music starts back up again. That's how you know a level's broken. When the game completely just like stops for a second, doesn't really know what to do. So then we get this key without getting stuck on that that plank there. Jump up here. Another skip right here that we nailed. Go down here. Go through here, and we are done with the level. Yeah, we use the bookcase. It's a pretty cool skip. Again, I apologize for the drop frames, guys. There's nothing we can do other than try to figure out what the cause of the problem is in the intermission for the next run. Hope it doesn't deter from the quality of the marathon too much.
Probably due to the fact we're playing a 60 FPS game while also streaming everything marathon based on the same computer.
There's nothing
Probably
different
something.
that's happening from when I normally stream at all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not downloading anything, so I don't know. I've been looking for it.
I could probably just change the Twitch server. I think I might have to be doing something with that. So I think I set it to automatic instead of choosing it manually.
Ooh. Yeah, that'll do it.
So I'll just change that next run. It's all good. Alright, this is called Picture Perfect. It's basically a game where you run around and people take photos of yourself and you're really cute. And you just go around being cute as heck. And you're on the moon, so you get moon gravity, which is kind of cool. Oh, that was really weird. Hit the dog. Just a part of the fun. That's the spirit. Alright. Good photo, good photo. There's also 2 yarns we need to collect, so we will go ahead and do that. Get one there. Didn't know you could get stuck there. Interesting. And we'll get 1 yarn over here next to this photographer. So it's like right on the way. Drop down here, say hello to these guys hiding behind this wall, and get the final photo. And we are at Max Diva! They are the fun. So yeah, that's pretty just like a fun little level. Not much to it other than just routing. Just a routed level. Anyway, here's the first hub world time rift that we do in this run. Oh, if I could get over these barrels, that'd be great. Thank you. Click these pawns, switch back to the sprint hat, and go through here. Here's a little thing we could do. Jump up here, activate the checkpoint, death warp, and then sprint up to these balloons. We switch hats. And I missed. That was really weird. Usually don't miss that one. Interesting. It's alright though, we're already past it. Going to the end of the time rift here. And we're there. Nice little double roll we got there too while going up the stairs. Pretty interesting. We got the blueberry pie colors. We are keeping these ones. We are keeping these colors. So this level right here is kind of considered an auto-scroller, just because you have to wait for a time to run out before you could progress to the next part of the level. There are ways to lose time, but there's no real ways to save time after the auto-scroller segment, so this is a great time to relax a little bit. Maybe if you want to grab some snacks for the upcoming runs. We have a Simpsons hit and run speedrun coming up after this. If you guys want to make sure you are prepared for that, this would be a great time to do so. I'm not saying this part isn't interesting or anything, I'm just saying there's a bunch of other awesome speedruns coming up, and I want to make sure you guys are ready for them. Voltathon Charged is just getting started here, so be sure you are ready to spend some time here, because I know I am. And I do appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Ooh, that was interesting. So here I'm basically just doing my best to collect pawns. If you look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you will see that there is a kind of a timer like thing clocking out, and when it gets fully filled up is when the next part of the level happens. So we need to make sure we get over here by the time that fills up, which we should. Looks pretty promising. Yeah, we're good. So we basically just want to crawl, because the guys who are following me right here behind me, if they hit me, then I take damage, and if I die, then it wastes a very large, considerable amount of time. So we want to not get hit, we want to not die. This is essentially just a survival level. The way to lose this level is to die, so we do not want to die. Ooh, I got stuck in between a switch and a hard bird, which is totally fine. Just over here, there's usually some hearts. If not here, then I know where we could find some other ones. There's always one right over here. You can go ahead and grab that. Here's where I just like to crawl around this roof here. So we're just waiting for the clock to run out. Oh, don't want to get stuck on that chimney.
Originally, I watched you do this, I was like, does the conga line actually affect you? The people following you around?
Yeah, if they hit you, you take damage.
Yeah.
There's a boss battle that we don't do in any percent. However, it's the conga guys, or the marching band. Matt likes to call them conga line guys. In the boss battle, they have knives, and they come towards you at twice the speed. It's quite a fun little segment. If you guys want to see what that's like, you can check out an all-time PC speedrun. Alright, button. Alright, we got all the floats. I just need to wait for this last segment to happen, which is significantly faster than the other segments. Yeah, this game is cute as heck, my friend. Very cute game. Alright, let's grab this timepiece. And the auto scroll is over. I wanted to be safe and not like jump on the electric floor, because you could actually die there. Alright, this is one of the most fun sections of the speedrun right here. Let's do it. Train rush. I'm concentrating as much as I can right now. Alright. That was a fair time.
Did you unbutton? Right.
Alright guys, sorry about having to mute the mic there. IRL stuff. But yeah, those were two of the hardest time rifts of the game. We got through them though. It was kind of good that we had that time to concentrate on that. Unfortunately, I missed the sprint jump over to the over to one of the ledges in the first time rift there, but that is totally fine. Not very marathon safe. I went for it anyway. That's okay. Anyway, this is not marathon safe no matter how you do it. This is cheating the race. You need absolutely perfect movement here. So let's see if we could pull this off.
Oh wait, I have a donation, but I'll wait.
Yeah, please wait. I'll let you know. He's doing that a little bit safe too.
Get ready. Go.
Literally cheating.
And we got it. All right, go ahead.
Okay, we have a $5.05 donation from Nas Rockwell. Looking forward to seeing all the runs. Y'all the best to the Voltage team from Nas. Smiley face.
Smiley face. Thank you so much for that generous donation to a good cause.
Yeah,
Alright. This rift is especially special because if you get hit by any enemy at all, you're dead. And they're also 4 times as fast as any other enemy, so make sure we don't die.
Reminder, if you would like to donate, feel free to hit that link there for the Trevor Project.
And we didn't die. We're good. Are you guys ready to see the biggest glitch in the game? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are skipping the entire last level with a trick notoriously known as finale skip.
Here we go!
But first, let's play as this red girl for a second. Nice phone.
Thanks. It was actually letting me know, hey, we're getting close to finale skip.
Wow, that is some machine learning you got there.
The robots will kill us all one day.
Gotta mash super hard here. Alright, we're good. Got that little skip there. Let's jump over this gate. Got it first try. Hell yeah. The game's trying to tell me that I'm not going to be able to complete this level, but I beg to differ. And let's take a number. Who's number 153? I am! Well, damage boost here. And let's go in. Alright. Let's see if we can get this first try. Not entirely 100% marathon safe, but we gotta do it. We gotta go for it. Let's go. 1 damage, that's good. Clip through a wall. And let's get up to the roof. And if we bonk, this will be bad. But we didn't bonk, it's good! Let's go! Gonna be doing some marathon safe slide strats here. Faster than sprint jumping, but slower than the optimal strats. Totally okay for a marathon. I don't want to slow down too much there. Alright. Oh god, I'm old. I'm gonna be 23 next year, guys. What a time to be old. Oh, I knew I was gonna bonk on one of those. There's 3 possible places you could bonk there. I always bonk on at least one of them. Up. And we got 2 out of 3. Alright, the last hard part of this. Let's go for it. I'm gonna go for the fast strats here, not the safe strats, because safe strats are too safe. And we got it.
Oh, it's you.
Let's go!
Don't you dare get anywhere near me. I don't think he can...
1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is the final boss of the game. And we got a pretty average first cycle. There's 3 cycles. Or I guess there's 4 cycles. I don't know. There's a few cycles. That was the first one. Okay. We missed one of the hits. Not too bad, but we also got hit there. So, 2 minor mistakes. Not a big deal. We got the hit during the cutscene. So we only need 7 hits on the final phase now. Now we gotta use this Mafia Ball to hit her. There's a lot going on here. It's gonna be quite hard to explain every single thing I'm doing as it's happening in real time, but the point is, I'm trying to hit her, and I'm doing it in ways where I can do it quickly. That's the best I got for you. Still underestimate. Thank God I told Big Auto put it at 110 instead of 1 hour. That was probably a smart idea. Alright, we got 1 cherry so far. 2 cherries. Just totally okay. Fine by me. She's doing that fire hop thing that I really don't like. We got the double hit. Alright, that was pretty good. That was good RNG. Or good luck, as the kids say nowadays. This has the possibility of being a sub 54, which I would be really, really happy with. My PB currently is a high 52, so if we get a sub 54, I would be super happy. It might be a low 54 though. We'll see.
Isn't the in-game timer botched?
Well, yeah, it's obviously not a valid run because of the crashes. Yeah. But I mean, when you're counting a time based on something that's out of your control, it's kind of just like determining what your skill is at, you know? Valid or not, it's still a pretty good representation of skill.
Sure.
Yeah, you have a point. Oh, she's doing that fire hop thing. She's doing 2 fire hop things. Oh, I missed her. That's okay. Yeah, this is going to be a low 54, which is still pretty decent time for a marathon run. Not counting the crash, of course. So yeah, real time that was a 104.12, and in-game time, which is how we track the game on the leaderboards, it's a 54.04. 69! Now, there's one more thing we have left to do. You guys might think the run is over. You would be correct, but there's one thing we have yet to do. There is an option we have. Do we save Mustache Girl, or do we kill Mustache Girl? Let me know in the chat, guys. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna save her, or are we gonna kill her? I need to know. Let's get those votes in, guys.
You're like a minute behind from stream, by the way, so we're waiting on right now.
Save or kill. Yeah, I guess with all the delay, it's going to be hard for chat to make a decision.
I'd say save.
Yeah, we're gonna save her. Sorry for the delay, guys, but the delay is pretty ransom right now. We're gonna save her. Anyway, that was a Hat in Time any percent. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope you guys liked the run. And if you guys want to learn more about Hat in Time speedrunning, you could go to speedrun.com/ahit, AHIT, stands for A Hat in Time. A bunch of resources are there. The Discord, you could join it. You could talk to us. If you haven't played this game yet, just at all, go ahead and play this game. It's a great game. It's a really great game. And yeah, that's where I'm going to sign off. We are going to take a short break to try to fix these buffering issues. We have some pretty good ideas on how to fix it. Should not take more than a second, but the stream is going to go down and come back up for a moment while we fix this. So hang in there, guys. And when we come back,